So yesterday I put out the long overdue latest Tedium Unlimited. That's yesterday when I was recording it, not yesterday when you're seeing this. And, well, I noticed as I was watching it a couple of things. One, my updates have become much less frequent, and part of it is because nothing interesting is happening, but that never stopped me before. But I noticed just about the time I put the last Tedium Unlimited out before that, I adopted using an app called Things. It's a work management app. I was just getting too many things that I needed to do, and I was losing track of them, and I wasn't prioritizing them, and I sat down and I picked this app out of several. I've tried them in the past, with some success and some failure. But I was trying to find one that would work hopefully for Michelle to kind of organize her schoolwork. Was getting a little out of hand. And in solidarity, I also vowed I would work along with it. And it's helping, getting a lot of stuff done. Just little crap that you just go, oh, I need to do that. If you write it down and then you check it out later, it gets prioritized, it gets put on the list, and eventually it gets done. What I was not putting on there was these videos. And consequently, in my daily review of what I have to do, they weren't getting done. I'm along the canal here this morning. This is my most hated day of the year. But while I'm here, a week or so ago, I saw a beaver, an actual real live beaver in the canal. According to the Salt River Project canal people, that they sometimes get into the system, and hopefully he'll find his way back out. I haven't seen him since then, but I got some really great footage. And here's why this is my most hated day of the year. Behind me, you can see how many cars there are parked here. And along the street. And that's because over here is what they call a church. And it's some sort of holiday, stupid holiday, based on a myth. I think you call it Easter. But what it does is, throughout my high school and college years, is it fucked up pizza. Because I never know when Easter is until it's sprung upon you and you show up at the door of some place you want to eat. It's like, closed for Easter. Fuck you. Goddamn Christian privilege. Just open your doors, serve food, get on with it. Deal with your myth. It ain't true. Anyway, now capitalism has won out and I can get a pizza, and I always have pizza on Easter. So Easter dinner tonight is pizza. But anyway, haven't been able to walk lately. It was almost 100 the other day. So a morning walk is nice for a change. I just finished my walk. And when I got home, I checked the mailbox, and yesterday's mail was there. And I got from Mac's Keyboard, I had ordered some keycaps for this keyboard so that it would have proper Mac keyboard keys. And so they arrived, and I swapped out the old ones with these nice new ones. Mango cow piss. Sorry, cow piss. Actually, I've had cow piss before. It's okay. It's a Japanese drink. This is a mango flavor. I love mango. It's the only fruit juice I really, truly just absolutely love. Guava's okay, mixed with mango, but mango. Yeah, I'll be drinking the rest of that. That's really good. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm a bit surprised. I don't know why. I like Kalpis. I mean, I'm not like a raving fan or anything, but, you know, it's pleasant. And I love mango. That's good. Nobody gets to try any but me. Home improvement day. As the summer gets here and as it gets too hot for the dogs to be outside. So like during the day when it's nice, I'll put the dogs out and I'll let them stay out all day. They may think they want to be inside because when they come in, they lie down and they sleep all day. But when they go outside, they either lie down and sleep or they're running around playing. And I'd rather them be running around playing with each other and getting some exercise and not being fat, slobby dogs. So when the weather's nice, I leave them out during the day. We always keep them in at night. But as it gets hotter, you can't leave them out all day. So they're in all day, they're in all night, and except when you let them in and out. And when you do, then they want to come back in, and it's not that it's inconvenient, it's just that it just doesn't make any sense at that point to do it. So I've got here an Endura Flap pet door, which is an insulated pet door, and I'm going to be installing it in that back door. There used to be one there years ago, and then that door, they didn't break in through that door, but it wasn't a great door, so when we had all the doors replaced with big solid doors, and didn't put a pet door in the new one. And so I'm going to put one back in. Another reason is I've got this screen door over here, which I can just show you over here. That is on the outside, and that precludes anybody from using that as a pet door unless the screen door is open. It's a security screen door. I can't put a pet door in the screen door and a pet door in the door. So what I'm going to do, like when I'm here at the house, I can just open the screen door and leave it open and then let the dogs move in and out the pet door. So I'm testing it out because we have a problem here with the size of Bumper and Ollie. Ollie being a big dog and requiring the extra large dog door, and Bumper being a small dog and possibly not able to get in and out a big dog door. It's not that he can't push it open. That doesn't vary with the size of the door. It's how high the threshold is. So you can, the bigger the door, well, we could probably get by with a large door instead of an extra large for Ollie, but it would mean that it would be about 7 inches off the ground, which is no problem for Ollie to step over, but it is a problem for Bumper to step over. So we have to get the extra large door and mount it so that it's at a height that Bumper can go in, and yet it's still tall enough for Ollie to go in. So I have been doing some calculations. I've been doing some tests on Bumper here. I put some bricks to see if he can walk over this, and now I'm trying on the door. I've got a piece of cardboard here at my proposed door height, and I'm going to let the dogs in here in a second and see if that presents any problem for Bumper. And hopefully it does not. And if so, then we can proceed. But I really can't put that, I can't put it much lower than 4 inches in height because of the height of the door above the floor. And even though it's a solid door, there's weather stripping on the door. Not weather stripping. Heck, I don't know what you call it, but it's the thing that sweeps to keep stuff out at the bottom. And yeah, so hopefully this is gonna work. All right, guys, coming in. You ready, Bumper? I've had to change things up a bit. I was using the back piece here for my experimentation, for figuring out how high, I was gonna put it in. And then, thankfully measure twice, cut once, right? And I haven't cut yet. I really don't want to have to muck with this door much. I definitely don't want to screw this door up. Could be very bad if I screwed this door up, because if you look at the hinges here, they are embedded in the wall, and you can't pull the pinges. You can't pull the pins off the hinges, which I guess are pinges. We had a handyman change his door on us once, and I don't know how the hell he did it. He must have gone from the hinges out, because, wow, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to start knocking the edges off to get those pins out, which does preclude me from taking the door off the hinges and putting it on sawhorses, which I would prefer to do, but we're okay. We can do it this way. At least it's a solid door, so it's a good stable piece of wood. Anyway, the problem with working on the outer frame is that if you look at the inner frame here, it's higher than the outer frame, because it's got this lip on it that is magnetic. It raises up when the door is closed, and that meant that my plan for putting it as high as I wanted wasn't going to work, because then it would be at least a full inch higher than what I expected it to be for Bumper. So I've had to replan it and move it down. I also discovered that the hole is bigger than the interior dimension of the frame, but it's smaller than the exterior dimension of the frame, which makes sense. That allows it to have a little wiggle room so you can level it. But it also means I had to change. I couldn't use the frame to kind of work out where it was going to be. I had to use the frame and then work backwards. So I now have the thing in place, the pattern, and if you look on the outside here, there's this weather stripping thing, and I can't put it any lower than this, or the frame just won't fit. So I've put it as absolutely low as I can from the base of the door. And so now is the point where I drill holes in the door to start the process. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little nervous about drilling holes in the door, because, as I say, this is a you can't go back moment. Once we start, it has to be finished, or the door has to be scrapped and redone. Yeah. I really don't like this part. But here goes. Drill bit as close as I can to circular on that mark. Straight. Through. One down. There to go. Okay, well, the holes are in. Can't turn back now. Time to get the reciprocating saw to go. I've been taking a break. I have cut the top and the bottom cuts. The bottom one, in particular with a scroller saw, was really rough because there's just no way to see what you're cutting without lying on the floor. So this was me down on my shoulder, pressed up against the door, cutting it, and it's a hard door, and you know the reciprocating action of the saw it just drives right through your shoulders, makes all the muscles feel. So I've been taking a break, but I'm gonna come back now for one of the long cuts. Gotta get it done. Can't leave it half done now. Okay, it's been cut. That's the inside. I haven't even pushed the wood out yet. I'm afraid to look at what the outside looks like, but I guess we'll find out. That could be a lot worse. So now we just try to push it out. It's gonna have to come out. Ooh, is there a spot that's not out? No. It's pretty tight. Well, there it is. This is it with the lock plate in place, which turned out to be a little more difficult than I thought because the darts board is actually proud of the door, and so luckily the lock plate has just enough of a give to it that it goes in without any major problem. You just have to go slow. And then here it is with the plate out. And I'm just conducting a little experiment right now. The dogs are out, and I haven't shown them the door. Ollie's sleeping right outside of it. He keeps sniffing it. He knows something's weird. And here's another thing. I know he knows how to use one because at the pound where we got him, they had dog doors where they would come and go from their kennel to the pee-pee area. So I think, he'll probably catch on. We'll show them. There's some tips on how to train your dog and introduce them to the door, but I'm just curious as to whether or not Ollie is going to figure it out. Because Ollie also knows how to open this gate over here if you don't completely latch it. If there's this red catch here, and if it doesn't snap down, he knows how to get his nose under the whole thing, lift it up, push the door open. So he's clever that way. Bumper's clever in different ways. Bumper is a sneaky dog. And whether that'll translate to adventures going through the dog door, I don't know. But we'll find out. Later today, I'm going to let Mom do the training. That's what I'm going to do. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it and see if the dogs figure it out. And out here, if I want them to be able to use it, we just prop the screen door back like that. It folds all the way back up against the wall, so it's not a problem. And if we want, we can just lock it up, and then you've got a security door in front of it. So it could be much worse, but I think it'll work.